about to get serious here!
There's no winning when it gets to me now.
Alright everyone, JB here, and we're back with another Dragon Ball Z video on the channel today. Now today, we're going to be talking about mainly the newest LF character to come to the game, LF Omega Shenron, alongside the new Sparking character also. I believe this guy's name is Rage Shenron. So we're going to talk about that, your mind just on whether or not, you should summon or not summon. And pretty much just my advice on everything with this banner and all the good stuff. So I do know that I have not uploaded in about almost a week. Now, if you've been subscribed to the channel for a minute now, you know that occasionally this happens, right? The only answer that I give you guys is because of work, because that's really the biggest thing that's going on right now. Work gets busy on certain weekends, certain weeks. So sometimes, I'm going to prioritize my sleep over, not getting any sleep at all. Your health, and make sure my health is good. But, just to explain that a little bit for the newer people coming in on the channel, I do see that we're gaining more people on the channel as well. So I do appreciate you, all you guys join the channel, because, your boy has not been consistent. So, but with that being said, let's talk about this banner. But if you're also new around here, just still leaving a like on the video and join the channel, because it's very much appreciated. So this is basically just a preview of what they've given us of what the banner looks like. Now obviously it's not only going to be 3 characters on there, there's going to be other future characters. But the reason why they did this, to put in Super 17 on there as more of a bait in a way for most people. So if you don't have this guy, it's definitely a bait, but the thing is, Super 17's value has went down since this anniversary, mainly because of one character, and that would be Super Vegito. Let's go over here, because this guy, even if you bring a ring character, you can run him alongside Sunfan with, let's say, Ultimate Gohan. And if you don't have Ultimate Gohan, if you got the new Ultra Gogeta 4, you can run him alongside with Gogeta 4, because the guy's purple. And then you also have the other diffusion Gogeta. You see a lot of people run these teams, so his value has not, it's not that great. But we're here to talk about the new character, obviously. So first things first, the biggest question is, should you summon? Now, for the most part, this is my advice, this is my take. I think this banner for most people is a easy skippable. It's easy skip. Save your crystals, for a better monthly LF, or maybe just the Legends Festival, which is a couple months down the line. I think it's better to just save and think about it. Now, in any case, you don't have to listen to me. This is just me giving my advice, like I mentioned it earlier in the video. So when it comes to these type of banners, now when you look at Omega, I looked at his kit. The only thing that I can say really about him is his animations are great. His kit, he's not bad. He's solid. He's good enough to be called an LF unit, but he's not too crazy, something that's going to change the meta, right? So he's just solid enough, where you can throw him on different teams. I think depending on what the value, because obviously you're not going to be able to see what else they have on the featured list until later. But based on just this, I don't think you should summon. I think it's easy skippable for most people. Now, in any case that you don't, that you do want to summon, and you don't want to heed my advice, which is fine, I do recommend there's 2 things to take into account. Now, if you do summon, it's either 1, you like the character, you're a big fan of Omega, or maybe just like villains from the GT series, or you just love GT in general. Or 2, maybe you're a GT main, because GT definitely has gained some more value, especially with these 2. He recently just got his plateau up during the anniversary as well, and it made him so much better, basically a Zenkai for him. So, you got a couple options if you want. There's still people out there running GT as mains, because this guy, he might not be able to tank as well, as he did when he first released, but he still tanks pretty good, especially at high stars. As like I mentioned with Super 17, you're gonna see a lot of Vegetos in the meta. So it is pretty hard for him to just contend and be in the middle like that. But the good thing is this guy is green, this Omega. So those are two factors you should take into account, with it being either, you know, maybe he's your favorite character, or maybe you're just a fan of the series GT, or two, you know, if you're a main, or you're main in GT, and not even just GT, you know, this is me just, he also is on regeneration. You can run regen, even though I would say regen out of all the teams that you could possibly put him on is probably not the best one currently right now. But we all know, you know, you still have Super Baby 2, you still have Zamasu that just got his Zenkai. Kibu, I've been hearing a lot of things about him as well. His is pretty solid as well. And then you also have Powerful Opponent. That is also a option you can go down with making a team with. Still got Golden Frieza on that team as well. There's a few other options, the Vegeta right here, you know, etc. So there is those things to take into account when it comes to summoning. But you know, if you have to ask me at the end of the day, just straight up and simple, do you have anything to lose summoning on this banner? You really don't. You know, you really don't, because here's the thing. If we look at the summons, this banner, and it's so, and you know, I mentioned it in my other videos that we were gonna get another LF around the 23rd, 24th. You know, it happened around the same time last year. So we currently still have the God banner up for God Goku. Still has almost 2 weeks on it. We still have the Ultimate Gohan banner. The only banners that aren't here is the fusions, since they were part 1 and they were up for about a month or so. So you still have those 2, and then you also still have Vegeta's banner as well. So, you know, when you look at it, in a sense, more people are gonna probably be like, well, you know, the Vegeta banner, his probably has more value to offer. You know, with just him being just such an overpowering character, right? And I would agree with it, especially with him being purple. And then they gave Omega, what did they make him? Green, like I mentioned. So it's interesting. But that is the character that they do need for GT when it comes to color wise on the wheel. So do take that into account, because you know, this guy, a lot of people didn't really like him when he released, but he's so good, you know, that people just said, F it, you know, we're gonna just summon for him just because of how good he is, you know, because, you know, I'm pretty sure people are tired of Gohan. You know, I'm pretty tired of him. You know, every once in a while, I feel like Legends should just chill a little bit. But we all know Toshi, you know, that's his favorite character pretty much by far. So when you look at the banners, you know, for the Dark Goku banner and all that good stuff, the Dark Goku, out of all the other banners you could probably summon for besides Shenron, his probably has the least value. I would say Gogeta, but Gogeta just because he's an Ultra, that's how powerful he is. Because Dark Goku, you know, they recently gave him another buff, another one with a Plague Whip. So yeah, but don't get me wrong, my boy, he's still pretty good. But for those wondering when this does drop tonight on reset. So whatever your time is normally for reset wherever you stay, for me that is 1 a.m. So whatever time that is for anyone, you know, depending on your region and all the good stuff, that is when this banner is going to drop. Now it is a step up banner, I believe. They don't show anything else, but it is a step up banner because it does show that we were going to be getting the double sparking rate, and also we're going to be getting summon coins. And normally they only do that on step up banners from my experience. So do keep that in mind. You know, that is my take on this. You know, I don't want this video to be too long, but we are back. You know, I do apologize for being, you know, gone for a little bit, you know, but yeah. So at the end of the day, you don't really have anything to lose, you know, when it comes to summoning to this banner. And this is just me doing a recap. So this is probably something I'm going to do for more of my videos when I'm discussing stuff. Just for those saying, you know, you're repeating the same stuff, but this is just a recap. But if you're summoning on this, you don't really have nothing to lose. Or like I mentioned earlier, maybe you're a GT main, maybe you're a regen main, Powerful Opponent main, because those are probably going to be his 3 top teams. You could throw them on and just have him be able to contend in the meta, right? Or, you know, you're just a fan of GT You know, there's nothing wrong with that. Because at the end of the day, as competitive as PvP is, at the end of the day, this is a collector's game. You know, the only difference is between this and Dokkan is there's just a PvP system. So at the end of the day, I don't recommend summoning this for majority of my players, especially if you're new. This is not the banner to go to, like, this isn't the banner to go when it comes to like summoning. I do recommend just saving up for the festival, or like I mentioned, summon on one of these other banners, either Ultimate Gohan, God Goku. I don't recommend that for a new player. If you're going to summon on the Ultra banner, you can even summon on this Legends pickup. That is something that's probably better option wise. But yeah, that is probably going to be it for today's video. That is pretty much it, you know. But hopefully this was helpful in any way. But as always, everyone have a blessed day. It's your boy JB. I'm out.